Hello and welcome to another episode of Signals from the Inside. I'm your host, Maisie Lovett. This is a space where we decode the symptoms no one else can explain so you can finally understand what your body is trying to tell you. On today's episode, I want to go over with you guys some deeper rooted connections related to sleep, anxiety, and your past. Today, we're going to be diving into the patterns that your body never got to let go of so you can kind of start connecting those dots for yourself and be able to understand more of the patterns that are playing out underneath. If you're struggling with sleep, anxiety, your mind doesn't turn off, you've got insomnia, tossing and turning, you wake up between 1 and 3 a.m., can't go back to sleep, or you do go back to sleep, you sleep super hard, and you're feeling super exhausted the next day, or you feel like an Energizer bunny and you just keep going. It's like you fall out, batteries fall out, and you put some new ones in. This is not just going to be a sleep problem or an anxiety problem. This is going to be connected to patterns that your body has not let go of, but it learned long ago. Your body doesn't just respond to what's going on in your current life. It also responds to what you've learned to expect from the past. So your mind stores memories as pictures, your body stores them as felt experiences. So if you learned that you had to stay alert for things, you always had to be aware of your surroundings, you needed to anticipate what was going to happen, that pattern doesn't just go away. And I'll bet you're probably seeing this play out today, maybe in your relationships, maybe whenever your partner brings an issue to you, you're either the type of person to avoid conflict, or you're the type of person to start getting super anxious about it and being like, oh, I need to explain, I need to do this, I need to, start preparing and anticipating for a response. Maybe none of that is happening at all either, right? Maybe it's the space where the brain gets the best of us and starts to do all the figuring it out prior to really knowing and understanding the information. So I want to give you some root examples that you can relate some of these pieces to that can help you connect those dots. So a high achiever childhood. This can be an example if you grew up in an environment where you had to be the responsible one. Maybe you were the one that did most of the chores. Maybe you're the one that had to be aware of other people's emotions and manage them. Maybe you had to avoid making mistakes. Then your body learned, I need to stay on and alert. So now, even when you're in safe environments, even in your home, in your bed, whatever the case, your body doesn't fully turn off. It's going to keep tracking. Another example would be if you grew up having to walk on eggshells, or if you were in environments that felt unpredictable, where you had to read the room, where you didn't know what mood you were going to walk into or what was going to be spat back at you. Or if you said something, were you going to get at a girl, or were you going to get reprimanded? Your body learned to stay ready. All right. And this shows up today as anxiety, overthinking, disrupted sleep, trying to predict every move that somebody is going to make, and trying to predict every word that's going to come out of their mouth instead of giving them space and permission to have that. Now, if the pattern persists and you are predicting them in the correct ways, great. Maybe we need to look at different ways of creating safety in relationships and communications. Trauma healing helps you do that. And that's something that we do together with my clients too. Communication is a big thing, how we communicate to ourselves and others. We want to be open, honest, and we want to be able to use our voice to voice how we feel, not go quiet, silent, and hold it back in. Another example is holding emotions in. So if you learned to not be able to self-express how you feel, like I just said, you have to keep things to yourself or push your emotions down, then your body didn't release that. It stored it. So it's just holding and bottling up things there. Typically, we'll find this in clients who have a lot of IBS or stomach and gut health issues. Maybe they're constipated. Maybe they're having some eczema, skin issues because the liver gets jogged up as well. Either way, their body is not detoxing properly. So we need to look at how their body can physically and emotionally detox properly and together. This can relate, all of these examples can relate to why you're waking up between 1 and 3 a.m. You're having those racing thoughts, constant anxiety, and it's actually your body continuing in a pattern that it did learn years ago. So if all of this is resonating, then this is a space that we need to learn and teach your body what safety looks and feels like. So it's not a fix your thoughts or reframe the way you think. This is about understanding what your body is still holding on to, what patterns, what traumas, why are these things together? Even if you can sit here and you can say, well, Mace, these are the traumas that I've had in the past. I don't see how they're replaying today because I'm not constantly thinking of them. Nope, you're absolutely right. You're probably not, but your body is. It's why symptoms scream louder and louder. Symptoms are signals, and they are just indicating to us that something underneath needs attention. This is not a space, even when we do a stress map, this is not a space for you to relive your past trauma. This is to show you how your patterns are still showing up in your body today, how the symptoms are signaling to you, and it gives you clarity and understanding of how to finally listen to your body and doing it in a way that's simple, it's easy, and it's, oh, why did I not put those pieces together a long time ago? This is where a body stress map comes into play and why we do what we do. So if you're ready to stop circling the problem and actually solve it, I invite you to DM me map. We'll take a look at what's really going on, map out your next step, get the symptoms in order, go ahead and figure out what your body needs to fully heal. So if you like the content that I'm putting out, go ahead, give me a like, a share, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.